This week we dropped in on the mid-year finals for both Smite and Paladins to catch up with one of the most enthusiastic gaming communities in the country. And in the latest episode of Player Chat, Angelo chats to Chris Johnson about the Adelaide game dev scene and his game Expand. This is Player Attack. Hi, I'm Jessica Citizen, and this week we've got a lot of little bits and pieces to get through. First up, anyone who tells you that there's no market for retro games and remakes should be slapped upside the head with some fresh statistics. In the UK alone, the Crash Bandicoot N. Sane trilogy is officially the largest single format launch of 2017, easily overtaking previous record holder Horizon Zero Dawn. But if you were expecting this nostalgia fest to be a stroll in the park, you might need to adjust your set. Not only is Crash Bandicoot likely more difficult than you remember, it may actually be more difficult than it used to be. While some fans theorise that Crash simply didn't jump quite as far as he used to, or that he fell faster than before, the latest argument is that the new Crash uses a pill-shaped hitbox rather than a rectangular one. These curvy corners mean that there are fewer pixels for the Bandicoot to land on, which in turn means that instead of just landing on a jump, he will slide right off the ledge. Developer Vicarious Visions had to rebuild almost all of the N. Sane trilogy from scratch, as nobody seemed able to find the original source code or reference materials, and they probably didn't mean to make anything more difficult. The curved corner pill-shaped hitbox is standard issue these days in a number of game engines, and the team may honestly not have noticed or realised that anything was different. Fans, on the other hand, took just a few days to figure it out. Moving on, and Nintendo has announced that Super Mario Odyssey will not include a gameplay feature that has been a part of Mario games since forever, and it is going to seriously impact the way you play the game. There will be no game over screens. No matter what happens, no matter if you run into a spiny or you fall down a pit or your health drops to 0, you'll simply lose 10 golden coins and continue on your way. This, my friends, is literally a game changer. In quick news, Cuphead developers have confirmed what we all thought was pretty common knowledge. Cuphead is locked in exclusive to Xbox and PC. There will be Steam and Windows 10 versions at launch, with a GOG release coming sometime after. A Mac version is in the works and possibly a Linux version after that, but if you were hanging out for the game on PlayStation or anything Nintendo branded, you'll likely be pretty disappointed. Scott Cawthon has also confirmed something pretty disappointing. He has cancelled his upcoming game, which he says you can refer to as Five Nights at Freddy's 6. The reason? He just didn't like it anymore. The developer explains that the pressure for each game to be better than the last was really getting to him, and he was neglecting other parts of his life just to keep up with the growing expectations of his fanbase. So he's having a bit of a break. But don't worry, the Five Nights at Freddy movie is still going ahead, there is a VR title in the works, and a third book is being written. Just in case you thought you'd have to go without a fix of Freddy Fazbear. World of Warcraft fans, listen up, the location of the next expansion may have just been leaked by Blizzard itself. The upcoming patch 7.3 has long been speculated as the final major content patch for World of Warcraft's current expansion, Legion, but Blizzard has not yet made any comment on the topic. What the developer has done, however, is release 7.3 to the public test realm, where just about anyone can delve into the data. The team at Wowhead has done exactly that, finding a set of armour named after the maritime nation led by Lord Admiral Dalen Proudmoore in the Second War. This is the first time that Blizzard has mentioned Kul Tiras since the 2010 expansion set Cataclysm, when the world-shattering event literally sent the island drifting out to sea. Adding up all the pieces, it looks like the next WoW expansion may well have a nautical theme, plus plenty of content from the old gods. While you're waiting for more about that though, here's a look at the next Overwatch hero, Doomfist.
Those who fall will be forgotten. Those who rise up, their names will be remembered forever.
The convenience of Twitter means that just about anyone can ask just about anyone else a question, regardless of whether or not one of them is an award-winning film director and the other is just some bloke from London. That means that you get situations like this one, where British YouTuber Johnny Jackson jokingly asked film director Edgar Wright when the Payday 2 Baby Driver update would be coming out. To his great surprise, Wright responded, and it looks like we just missed out on getting some pretty sweet tie-in content if only the film release hadn't been brought forward a couple of months. No word on whether or not there might still be something in the works there. And in another example of someone actually listening, here is a heartwarming story from Tripwire Interactive. Multiplayer FPS Rising Storm 2 Vietnam was released earlier this year, and it made a lot of people very happy. One of those people, Redditor Spray and Play, quickly identified one thing about the game that would make him even more happy, however, and it came down to this particular piece of greenery. This lone, lanky, thin tree grew awkwardly close to an in-game landing zone, seriously cramping the helicopter pilot's style. Fast forward a little bit, and the latest update to Rising Storm 2 Vietnam included the following note: removed one specific tree from the landing zone in An Lao Valley. Rising Storm 2 Vietnam is out now for Windows PC. For more information on any of these stories, or to keep up to date with the latest gaming news, head to playerattack.com. But for now, stick around, we've got plenty more still to come.